So a common concern among pet owners is how to keep their dog or cat pain-free. Well, in this video, I go through my 6-step plan to keeping your pet pain-free, as well as how best to work with your vet to make sure that your pet is as happy, healthy, and comfortable as possible. Welcome to the Dr. Alex Answer Show, where I answer all of your dog and cat health related questions. If we've not met before, I'm Dr. Alex, the veterinarian behind ourpetshealth.com, helping you and your pet to live a healthier, happier life. And in this episode, I'd like to answer the question sent in by Arletta, and she said, my biggest health concern is to keep my pets pain-free. How to do it safely and how to find a vet that will help me to do it. It's not easy. So this really is a common concern. We all really want our pets to be as comfortable as possible, and certainly as they get older especially, the issue of pain can become a serious concern. So today I want to go through my 6-step plan to help you keep your dog or your cat as pain-free and comfortable as possible. So step number 1 is to simply learn to recognize the signs of pain in dogs and cats. So I've already done a couple of videos about this, and I'll link them up here and down in the description, but it's important to note that the signs of pain in dogs and the signs of pain in cats are different. Certainly cats can be much more subtle, but it's important to learn to pick them up at the early stages rather than waiting until your dog is walking with 3 legs or your cat is simply unable to move. We want to know what the signs of pain are so that we can pick them up in their early stages. And so that leads into my 2nd step, which is to not only pick up the signs of pain in their early stages, but actually take action at this time. So taking action in the early stages of a painful condition is much better than leaving it until they're in a lot of pain, for 2 reasons. One is that it might actually mean we're able to really limit, reduce, or completely eliminate their pain in the future. So an example of this would be, say, a bigger dog who's had cruciate ligament disease. Now, if we're operating on them straight away, they're going to develop much less severe arthritis later on in life, and so they're less likely to have to deal with severe chronic pain from a young age. The reason we also want to treat pain at an early stage is to prevent something called pain wind-up. Now, this is something that I've discussed as well in the future in past videos, but what pain wind-up is when the body gets used to sensing pain coming from a certain area, and as a result it overinterprets any signal. So it might mean that a mild knock that normally wouldn't be painful is suddenly interpreted by the body as being really incredibly painful. And this pain wind-up, it can be treated, it can be reversed, but it does take a long time. It takes many months before our pain control is really at its most efficient and most effective. So if we're leaving things too late and pain wind-up has already happened, we're basically saying that our pets will be more painful than they need to be for at least 2 or 3 months, even with appropriate treatment. Okay, so step number 3 to prevent pain in your pet is to make any changes around the house or to your pet's lifestyle. So that might be putting rugs and mats down on slippy floors so that they're not falling over, they're not having difficulty getting up. It might be raising their food bowl if they've got painful back or a painful neck. It might be reducing obesity, and obesity is a huge issue in our pets in general, but even more so in our arthritic pets, where it only makes things worse. So making sure your pet's their ideal weight. It might be using a ramp to get up any stairs or to get into the car. So making changes to make life easier for your pet and to reduce impact and damage that can make things even worse. So it might be actually not taking them for as long a walks as they used to have. It might be stop throwing a ball for them, which encourages fast deceleration, so stopping or turning suddenly to try and catch a bouncing ball, which all could have negative consequences, cause a lot more inflammation and a lot more pain in their joints. Similarly, we can make changes to their lifestyle by starting some physiotherapy or hydrotherapy and that kind of program, just again to help improve their muscles, to help improve their flexibility and to reduce the pain that they're in. So step 4, and again kind of dealing with more chronic long-term pain such as arthritis, is to start to need joint supplements early and use proven supplements. So the best ones that we know through the evidence are omega-3 essential fatty acids, such as those found in fish oils. Also, our therapeutic joint diets have got good evidence behind them to show that they have a big benefit to the comfort levels of our painful pets. We want to be a little bit skeptical of some other dietary supplements out there, and we want to try and use ones that we know work. Okay, so step number 5 is to use appropriate painkillers. So a lot of people, for one reason or the other, seem to be really scared to actually use painkillers in their pet, but really they offer the best chance of your pet being pain-free and being comfortable and having an excellent quality of life. So our non-steroidals are really the cornerstone of any painful treatment management. There are definitely going to be animals that it's not appropriate to use those drugs, or we want to be cautious, but really they are very safe. So we want to use these drugs appropriately, but we don't want to deny our pets from having them because of unfounded fears. There are also alternatives, so things like gabapentin I've discussed before, tramadol you might have heard of. I've got links to videos where I discuss all these down in the description below. So we want to use drugs appropriately, but we don't want to deny our pets having them because of unfounded fears. That said, we also want to make sure that we do reduce the risk of side effects, and again, I've got another video all about how to reduce the risk of drug side effects in your pet. So if that's something that is concerning to you, and it probably will be for any pet owner whose pet is taking medication, then again, I'll leave the link down below. Okay, and so step number 6, and my final step to keep your dog or cat pain-free, is to continually monitor them for signs of pain. Monitor their comfort level. So if you think your pet is pain-free at the moment, just know that the signs of pain to look out for and keep an eye out. Just constantly reevaluate, are they in pain, and answer that question on a weekly basis, say. Equally, if they are in pain and you've started treatment, then monitor them for a deterioration in their comfort level. So a lot of our painful conditions are progressive, and this means that they will get worse with time. Equally, if we've got an acutely painful condition, so say after a surgery, we still want to be assessing whether the pain relief that we're giving our pets is working efficiently. If it's not, for whatever reason, we need to be taking action. We don't want to be ignoring it, much like my first few steps. So continually monitor your pet for signs of pain and really take action should their comfort levels decline. Don't just assume that because you've started a joint supplement or because you're giving them a certain drug that that's all you need to do. We need to monitor what's going on and make changes accordingly. Okay, so the second part of the question was how to find a vet who will help you keep your pet pain-free. Well, on the face of things, that might be, or it should be, quite easy, because really all vets should be incredibly keen to keep their pets pain-free. But we all work in different ways, we all communicate in different ways, and so it's important that we're all singing from the same hymn sheet. And my first step is to communicate your wishes really clearly to your vet. So it's important that we know what's important to us, and it's important that we know what we're expecting or what outcome we're hoping for our pet. And really just communicating that that's something that is really important to you is really important to your vet as well. It's important that they know that that's something that they really need to make sure that you're aware of all of the issues and all of the potential options out there. Okay, step number 2 is to build a relationship, a good working relationship with your vet. So that's one based on understanding each other and one based on trust. So I'd certainly argue that the relationship between you as a pet owner and your vet is one of the most important when it comes to the health and well-being of your pet for whatever reason. And keeping your pet comfortable is no exception to this. We need to make sure that we trust each other, that we can communicate effectively with each other, and we need to know what's important. So make sure that you build that relationship with your pet, with your pet's vet. Okay, step number 3 to work with your vet better is to actually schedule appointments specifically to talk about pain control in your pet. Unfortunately, very often this topic only gets brought up right at the end of a consultation for some other reason, and there's just simply not the time to go into that topic in great detail when we've already been dealing with another condition. So it does take a long time to discuss pain control in pets and to discuss all the different options, to discuss what's going to happen in the future, discuss the signs to look out for, all that kind of thing. I mean, you can see that in some of the videos that I've produced. I think I've got a total of probably about 30 minutes talking just about arthritis, and to be honest, that's maybe just scratching the surface. So you really need to be making a specific appointment with your vet to discuss pain control for your pet. Okay, and step number 4, my last step, is to let your vet know that if something isn't working. So very often there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. We need to constantly adjust, we need to constantly monitor, we need to constantly tinker with a treatment and a management plan to try and give your pet the absolute best benefit they can from whatever we're trying to achieve. But if you're just sitting there going, oh, well, I'm started this, I'm not particularly happy, but you don't let your vet know, then how can they know that they need to make changes, or how do they know that they could try different drugs? So it's very important to let your vet know. Don't think that they'll be angry or they'll be frustrated for you letting them know. Really, that's what we want. We need to know how our pets are doing, and really the best way that we can know is if our owners tell us. So if our dogs or our cats are coming in and we're examining them, you know, they might be scared, they might be stiff, they might not be showing the signs that they're showing at home, and the only way we can know that is if our pet owners tell us. So don't be shy, don't hold back. If something isn't working, let your vet know, and it's only then that we can make changes that both you'll be happy with, your vet will be happy with, and more importantly, your pet will be happy with, and they'll be pain-free as a result. Okay, so I hope that answered the question about how to keep your pet pain-free and how to find a vet that worked to work with you as best as possible. If you've got any questions that you'd like me to answer just like this, then leave me a comment down below. You can also message me on Twitter. My handle's @ourpetshealth. Make sure you use the hashtag Dr. Alex Answers, and I'll add you to my list and try and get you the information that you need. Also, if you sign up to my newsletter and reply to one of my newsletters, your question will get priority, and I'll leave a link to my newsletter sign up down below. But until next time, I'm Dr. Alex, and this is the show where you ask the questions and Dr. Alex answers.